Hey guys, Shep here with Beaumonde, coming to you live from South by Southwest for this 360-degree album art exploration. Let's get into it. Today, I'm going to be walking you through some 360-degree immersive album art. This project we created for Trill Sammy's No Sleep Volume 1 album was the first of its kind in the whole world. An immersive, interactive album art space where fans can click and drag around, move their phone, and when you click the buttons, it takes you to the streaming platforms. So this one takes you to Smart URL. For example, if we click these hotspots over here, let's click Instagram. You'll see that it just opens up Instagram. So there's a lot of power in using these spaces to tell stories. What we've seen as we've been creating these is the engagement rate is significantly higher than traditional flat media. And what does that look like? Well, for a normal piece of content, when you're marketing that online, you might expect to get anywhere between a 3% to, on a really good day, 10% engagement rate with that content. Now on Facebook videos, that might be 10-second video watches, or having a percentage of people click your call to action. Well, in this space, fans have really enjoyed clicking as many buttons as they can find, and we've seen an engagement rate of 18% with this project, with over 20,000 views. Now, one unique piece that we did for this project, I've got a secret hotspot in here. If I click the sun, you'll see this is the actual album art that we created with the help of an art director from Interscope. It's the same graphic assets. We started out by building the immersive world, and then I'll enter back in here, we actually made it, this immersive world, we folded it into a Tiny Planet album cover. And for what it's worth, this kind of content is more interactive. It lets an artist have a real, meaningful, one-to-one interaction with a fan. So part of the power in this is that rather than marketing with a video, which is a one-to-many experience, which means fans, no matter what type of fan they are, when that video appears on their feed, they're going to watch it, and they're going to have the same experience watching it that every other fan is having. There's nothing special or new in it. It's just not very personalized. Now, when you market this kind of content, so if a post like this shows up in your feed, it invites you to engage with it. And for brands that are trading on the experience of what they're giving people, whether that's a product or a service or music, an experience, an event, this kind of content's ability to create one-on-one interactions that are very genuine, that's so powerful. And I think that there's a real secret weapon in here for marketers and storytellers. You'll notice in the space we've got buttons for merch, we've got buttons for the music streaming, we have buttons for social media, and there's a whole variety of pieces that could be included in here, whether that's Apple Music or Spotify or SoundCloud, whether that's Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, whether you're trying to have someone click through to an email sign up. If I click this merch button here, you'll see that it's on the same domain. It's just a subdomain selling merch. And we've had thousands of fans click into this merch shop just from this hotspot right here. Next, I'm going to show you a project that we just launched for Reptalians, which is a band signed to Captured Tracks, a Brooklyn-based indie record label. We worked with their album art to create a space that is full of secrets for the fans to find. So we had the band create a number of unique pieces of content. Here you'll see that we've kind of left a suggestion of the instructions here. When somebody lands in this space, this is the first thing that their phone is pointing at. So when they click it, we see it says, "Welcome to Valis, full of secrets, find all 7, and then it suggests how they can explore the space. They can move their phone, they can swipe on their phone, or if they're on their desktop, they can scroll. Simple enough. So what do these hotspots look like? Well, here's one right here. It's a little GIF of the band. Now this one is the band's lead single from this upcoming album, Valleys. And as we explore through this space, you'll see that there's all kinds of fun little memes and things to find. Drawings by the band. Let's see if I can find a drawing one real quick. Here we go. So this is a lyric sheet from the band that they hand wrote. And you'll also see, as we explore the bottom of the image here, that we've got all of our platforms that fans can click out to. And if you have these apps on your phone, like for me, I have Spotify. So if I click this button, it will actually open up Spotify on my phone, which is just such a cool feature. It lets fans interact with the band in that one-on-one way and directly jump into their music. And here we also have the social media platforms. Simple enough. Very intuitive. Here we have another GIF. And what we're doing with these spaces, yes, it's a cool way to tell a story. It's innovative and it's exciting. But one of the biggest pieces of this is we've seen through our case studies that this type of content performs better in a marketing context. And we're building audiences for these brands, these clients of ours, that are more responsive to interactive media. So we can actually start building audiences that when they find this content, they're being trained on how to interact with it and how to use it. Do I move my phone? Can I swipe with my thumb? A lot of times with immersive content, interactive content, there's a danger of going too far where the fan or the customer has to interact too heavily with it. They have to commit. And this type of content is easy. It's fun, it's light, it's not too intense. And what we're creating is a shared knowledge base with the fans of this act that in the future will ideally empower them to have better one-on-one interactions with them digitally. So, I hope you've enjoyed this album art exploration. Some unique things as I come to the finish line here that I'd like to share are, in addition to this website living as a 360-degree concept online, it can also work as a swipe up ad on Instagram. So if I click over here to Instagram, and let's see, I will go to my Instagram. If I click this link in my bio, you'll notice that it just takes me directly into a concept. And this was a concept I was working on earlier this week. But for anybody who finds content like this in a swipe up ad or a bio link, all they have to do is click that button, that link, and they're inside the concept. So it's very low friction. It's a very interesting way to engage with fans. Additionally, you can post this kind of content on Facebook and share it on Twitter, which is pretty exciting. So if you're looking for a new way to connect with fans, build new relationships, then this is a great thing for you to consider. And I look forward to hearing from you when you've got a cool idea. Let's talk. Cheers.